Welcome everyone. This is Carol, your friendly YouTubey otherwise woman, and this is my reading of the prevailing energies that will be with us from the full moon on the 29th of July until the new moon on the 12th of August of 2026. This is all for entertainment purposes only. Any resulting enlightenment is purely coincidental and unintentional. Well, we have for this period the change card from the Wisdom of the Cailleach deck. We have the moon on water from the Wildwood Tarot, and our Celtic tree ogham is aspen. And this is really weird energy. I would say fasten your seatbelts, but those seatbelts are likely to turn into gossamer lace or daisy chains. There's a very dreamlike feel to what's going on, and it's a little hard to pin down. Change sort of speaks for itself. We've also had this recently, and it is about positive change. This can be an inner, a shift in attitude, a shift in interest, a shift in how you relate to the world. It can be change also that comes from without, and it causes the necessity to make changes in your life. Now, the moon on the water is, here I'm going to use that word again, a really weird card. There's no clear path forward through this Finland. And in the water we see an egg. This isn't the reflection of the moon. This is a giant egg related to the primal or primordial egg, the beginning of life. It encapsulates all the possibilities. What are we growing into? The moon imagery is reinforced by the water and the moon imagery, by the auroch we have here, which is an extinct form of cattle, but the horns reflect the waxing and the waning moon. And this is all about inner transformation, change. That's why I think this one really applies to the work that goes on within us. So as I said, this is a potentially mentally, emotionally unsettling time, but we have to go with it. And here is aspen. Aspen helps us overcome our fears and listen to our inner voices. Well, our inner voice, our guiding voice. If you have too many voices in your head, possibly you should seek professional help. But, that guiding, that voice of intuition. But aspen helps us not react from fear. Is it truly our personal guidance that we are sensing? Or are we acting out of our fears and insecurities? Aspen helps us overcome that. It is getting in touch with your intuition, but I would say on a higher level, the aspen can link us to our source, our spiritual source. Now, I think it's fascinating that the largest organism on Earth is an aspen tree named Pando, and it covers over 100 acres, I believe. I don't know all the stats, but aspen send up trunks from their roots. So all these trees in this huge area of an aspen forest all share the same root system and therefore are all the same organism. Likewise, aspen helps us feel supported by tuning in to the energetic or spiritual network of the earth and beyond. Who knows? And you guessed it, it's about personal inner transformation. So, as I said, this time is going to be unsettling and a little dreamy. We may feel ungrounded, so I would say it's important to do things that make you feel grounded. Get outside if you can, touch the earth, do some gardening, get dirt on your hands, eat good meals, get plenty of rest. Because there are going to be changes going on, changes in our attitudes, changes in our interests. Now, I could relate this to a grander scale and say, oh, this is about a transformation of consciousness throughout humanity. And maybe it is. But it starts with us, it starts with each one of us. Oh, I want to go back to the moon on the water and the egg here. If you've ever heard the metaphor of being in chrysalis time, that likens us to caterpillars that have to form a cocoon or a chrysalis around ourselves and then just dissolve into goo before we reassemble all the components into a butterfly. This card pretty much encapsulates that feeling. But you don't know what to do. It's dark. We don't know who we are. And that's why it's important to listen to this voice. Trust in yourself and be fearless. Those are the messages of Aspen, and together all these other cards. Great potential for change during this time. Also, on the 12th of August, so the final day, the day of the new moon, there's going to be a solar eclipse also. And eclipses always offer the chance, the opportunity to start anew, to wipe out what went before, what was harmful, what doesn't serve us, and start anew. It's the breath, it's the in-between, it's the pause between the inhale and the exhale. Fill it with the potential. Fill it with your dreams. Fill it with your truest desires of your heart. Well, so this isn't going to be a time filled with a lot of practicality. Just keep that in mind and enjoy. Now, we will be having the Festival of Lunasa or Lammas at the beginning of August, so if you are celebrating, I hope your holiday is a very joyous one and that sparks these dreams, sparks these possibilities that will manifest, or at least they start to congeal, because we are going to be in the waning moon phase, and once we get into the waxing phase, these changes can be put into action. All right, I will leave this reading here. And reminders, please like, share, and subscribe. Or dislike. The algorithm doesn't care. As long as there's engagement. If you would like a personal reading from me, with me, I can be reached at otherwisewomanccp@gmail.com. So, enjoy the sunflowers. I always associate them with Lunasa. Or I guess if you are in the southern hemisphere. Ooh. What are you seeing, Imbolc? Well, enjoy, and I will be back again when there's a solar eclipse and a new moon. Bye-bye.